Absolutely extraordinary. Just to put it into context, Manchester United's joint heaviest defeat in their history, and there's the other times they conceded 7 in 1926, then 30 and 1931. The last time they conceded 7 goals in a game, 92 years ago. That is a screenshot for Liverpool fans all round the world. They have beaten Manchester United in the heaviest manner in history. Here comes their record goal scorer and their captain.
Mo, Jordan, a record-breaking day. That is Liverpool's biggest ever win over Manchester United. What do you make of that?
It was a fantastic day for everyone. I thought performance level from every single player was top quality today. Something that we've been missing for a while, of course, but I think today you could see the energy levels and everything was back. And to be fair, the last few Premier League games have showed with the results, clean sheets that we've kept, we're on the right path, and today was a proper performance.
Mo, do you echo those sentiments? Did you feel it was coming, and just how special was that today?
Yeah, it's very special to win a game like that with that result, but in the same time, I don't want that give us like we go to the next game with overconfidence or something. We just need to stay humble and just play and win the games, because we are not in a position we wanted to be, but hopefully that give us a...
Firstly, you are now Liverpool's record-breaking all-time leading... Firstly, you are now Liverpool's record-breaking all-time leading scorer in the Premier League. You've just gone past Robbie Fowler. What does that mean to you?
It's very special, I can't lie. This record was in my mind since I came here. I think after my first season I was like, with that result is unbelievable. So yeah, I'm going home with that result is unbelievable. So yeah, I'm going home.
Foot, not many of them with the right foot, have they?
Yeah, well, that was a good one. I think I just like innocent in like just shoot the ball. The ball was in a good position, so I just shot it one time, and yeah, I had like to go in the right direction.
I mean, is it almost difficult to take in the magnitude of that result, that performance? 7.
It is a little bit because of how well United have been playing of late. You know, they've just won a trophy the other week, which will have hurt us as a team a little bit watching them lift that, and they've been doing really well this season. So for us it was just about today and about performing to the levels that we keep. The momentum kept building, and we ended up getting the momentum kept building, and we ended up getting 7. So like Mo said, we've got to take each game as it comes now. You know, it's a big win, yeah, of course, but we need to concentrate on the next one. And I'm really happy for Mo, because it's not a coincidence that he gets these numbers. You know, he dedicates his life to football every single day, how hard he works. He's the first one in, last one out, and yeah, it's not a coincidence, so I'm delighted for him.
How much is that shot in the arm as well, though, for your quest for top 4 this season now?
Hopefully, I think now we are 5th in the table, so hopefully, and 3 points behind Spurs. So we have still, I think, 1 game in hand as well. I'm not sure, but we just like need to enjoy the game, and I think when we play to enjoy the game, just to play our football, and that's what we showed last couple of weeks.
Is it possible, out of all 129, say which one was your favourite, or was it the 129th because it meant so much to you?
The last one. I don't think it's a really great goal, but I think it was really special.
Congratulations, you were the player of the match. John, will you do the honours, please?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cheers.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, we'll come to Mo Salah's numbers in a moment, but can you understand Jordan Henderson there, Michael? As a Liverpool player, to play in that fixture and look at the scoreline of 7, it will take some sinking in, won't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think anybody that walks in now and looks at the result, they must think, well, Manchester United must have gone down to 10 men in the first, maybe even 9 men.
Or there's an error on your TV screen.
Or there's something wrong with the TV, or we've made a mistake. But obviously none of those are true. It was just an incredible day, and days of football over the years, but that's going to be... And days of football over the years, but that's going to be ranked right amongst them. I mean, it's a monumental score, monumental effort, monumental performance, and everything about it was staggering. I mean, you're still a little bit of shock now that this Manchester United team that are playing so well can get beat by anybody 7-0, but let alone their arch rivals.
Yeah, I mean that's the point, isn't it? As Michael said, we talked long and hard about United's form coming into this.
It's just a really freakish afternoon, I think. I don't think it did seem to fall perfectly for them, and I think the disappointing thing from United's point of view is when and I was mentioning before the game, waxing lyrical about the characters and leaders we've seen in the team. I think once you get to 3 or 4, you got your Casemiro, you got your Varane, playing in big games, big teams, you say, right, stay here, don't go anywhere, we're not conceding any more goals, we don't make this embarrassing. But unfortunately, Liverpool took all but one of their chances, and it was a freakish afternoon, but one United will have to accept.
Yeah, from a United point of view, a disaster. But
position, first and foremost. And try and stop the opposition, first and foremost. They haven't done that. I think the only time they possibly tried that was the home game against Manchester City. They played an extra midfield player. I think Fred, Eriksen and Casemiro played in that game. I think today, looking at that and looking at games going forward, the manager will be thinking, I need to stop teams before I think about going toe-to-toe with these teams. And I think they'll have a better chance of not getting embarrassed anyway. It's difficult to watch that and not be embarrassed with the 7-0 result.
Yeah, and it's the heaviest loss of Erik ten Hag's career as well. But on the other side, Liverpool were ruthless. They were clinical.
They were. They scored virtually every chance in that second half. There were one or two, don't get me wrong, one or two other occasions, but they were pretty ruthless with whatever they got given. To say where'd you start? I mean, Gakpo was brilliant. Mo Salah breaking the record. But the overriding headline it's 7. I mean, you almost need to see it to believe it. It was stunning. And this is a Manchester United team that come into the game, you know, everybody raving about them. They're flying high. They're in all 4 competitions. Well, won 1 competition. They were still in 2 cup competitions. Maybe an outside chance of winning the Premier League. So they were coming here flying high, and the question marks really were by Liverpool's name. But that was just blown out of the water. And if there's ever a turning point for Liverpool, you know, to get back on track, then surely this is it.
And in goals galore today as well. We didn't expect all of those goals, certainly, of course, in that fixture. 7 home, certainly, of course, in that fixture. 7 home wins on Saturday. City did their job, and then, of course, Nelson, the leaders Arsenal, did theirs. Victory for Villa, another crushing defeat for West Ham at Brighton. Finally win for Graham Potter and Chelsea. Defeat for West Ham at Brighton. Finally win for Graham Potter and Chelsea. 4th successive away defeat in all competitions for Spurs at Wolves. A big win for the bottom club Southampton at home to Leicester. Earlier on, Everton led twice at the City ground. 2 Brennan Johnson goals each time pegged them back, got Nottingham Forest a point as well. And we have to read this and say it to really believe it. In the Premier League at Anfield, between the 2 giants, Liverpool 7, Manchester United 0. The Premier League weekend is rounded off. The Monday night football is Fulham's trip across West London to face Brentford. So, as well as that staggering scoreline and all the rivalry, it's vitally important for Liverpool in the top 4 chase as well. They're now just 3 off it with a game in hand on Spurs. They have played 1 more than Newcastle. They're a point ahead of Eddie Howe's side. United stay in 3rd position, 4 clear of Spurs, having played a game less. At 2-1 and 1-0, Everton were out of the bottom 3 earlier, and Leeds were in it, but that equaliser for Nottingham Forest means Sean Dyche's side are still in the drop zone on goal difference, level on points now with Leeds, just 1 off West Ham and 2 off Leicester. Forest up to 26 points.
You can lose a game, I said just in the dressing room, but not in a way where we lost second half. First half, I think we played very decent. I think it was not weird when we were up in half time, because we created the better chances, and then just we make 1 organisation mistakes, and the second half is unprofessional. Can't happen, and we have to talk about that.
Did 1 or 2 of your leaders in there let you down a little bit? Did they give up a little bit too easily?
It was not about 1 or 2 players, it was the whole team. I saw 11 individuals losing their heads, not stick to the plan, and just let it come, and that is unprofessional, and that is not Manchester United. We have other standards, and that one of the standards we want to show.
Is it fair to say that's your lowest day as Manchester United manager?
every defeat, no matter what, is worse, and especially when you lose at Liverpool and we let the fans down, and so that's what me the most annoy.
Not that you ever make excuses, but that's, I think, 20 games since Christmas. It's a lot of football. Is fatigue kicking in a little bit?
No, nothing to do with that, because we can bring the performances 4 days ago, 7 days ago, so nothing to do with that. It's just about the head. And we know Liverpool is a cool transition team, and when you are 1-0 down, you can't lose your head, and just you bring them in transition moments, and we are not bringing the right decisions, not the cool defense actions in the transition. So that is unprofessional, and we have higher standards than that we showed today in the second half.
Can I ask you, what did you say to the players at the end of the game? Are you the type of manager who shouts, or is now not the time for that kind of response?
Of course, I did my talk, and we have to talk further on tomorrow. But also then we have to strike under, and then we have to reset. And we bounce back many times before. Brentford, we did City. I'm sure our players are resilient, and they can do that, and we will bounce back.
Thanks for coming out, Eric. Appreciate that.
Changing rooms. Is it possible to explain exactly what happened there today?
The standard was not at our level. That's why we didn't win. We didn't get anything from the game. I think first half we did really well. We controlled the game. We had the most chances probably. Liverpool find the goal. From our mistakes and from positions where we should be aware of what Liverpool wanted from the game.
Like you say, at half-time, I mean, even at 1-0, recently it felt like United would have and normally did come back from games like that. So what changed in that second half then?
As I said, we did too many mistakes. That is not at our standard, our level, the level we used to be. We gave too much space away for them to counter. We knew how good they could be in a counter-attack. Is one of the best weapons that they have, and we didn't control that good enough.
There's been an awful lot of games recently. There's been 4 matches since your last Premier League game alone. Is that starting to catch up now, the amount of games that are coming, and quite intense games as well, including that cup final?
We can't use that as an excuse. If you want to play for this top club, being in all the competitions, fight for all the competitions, we have to play all the games, and we have to want to play more and more often. So we can use that as an excuse. It's just our standard was not good enough, and that's it.
So how do you stop this having a big impact on the rest of the season now?
We had worse moments than this, and we came back from that. So it's obviously it hurts a lot. But it's still just one game. We lost 3 points. Even if he's doing with this kind of result, is again, as I said, as I always said, that big games don't give you more than 3 points, and obviously can get you all down of confidence and of everything. But the team has to have the belief as always, because what we have done in the past has brought us into the position we are today, and this result can't change what is being our mentality.
Always appreciate you talking to me. Thanks, man.